Hi, in this video, we're going to learn how variables can be used to store values and execute our code with specific data. Variables give us the ability to store information that we can use in our code. This information can be text or numbers and can be altered as our code progresses. Variables can be used to control different Tracy commands, such as how far she moves or what color her trail is. Before you use a variable, you need to give it a name and assign it a value. Don't forget about our naming rules. To use a variable, the first thing we need to do is assign it. We do this by writing the variable's name followed by an equal sign and then the value we want to assign it. To use the variable, we plug its name wherever we want to use its value. In this case, we want the value of the circle radius variable, which is 50, to control the radius of our circle, so we plug it into our command where we would normally write the radius value. It is very important to remember that we cannot use a variable unless we have previously defined it. Once we create a variable, we can change its value throughout our code as much as we'd like. Every time we give a variable a new value, we are overriding the value it had before. Each variable can only hold one value at a time. At the beginning of this code, we created a variable called circle radius and set its value to 25. So when we use the variable in line 3 to draw a circle, it will have a radius of 25. After we've drawn this circle, we are changing the value of the circle radius variable to 50 on line 4. So when we use this variable to draw another circle on line 5, it will now have a radius of 50. On line 6, we are using an equation to change the value of our variable. We are taking the previous value of the variable, which is 50, and multiplying it by 2. So our variable now has a value of 100. When we use our variable for the last time on line 7, our circle will have a radius of 100. When we run this code, our output will be 3 circles with radius values of 25, 50, and 100. We have used the color command for a while now, but only using color names that Tracy knows limits the amount of colors we can use. There is actually another way we can communicate colors to Tracy, and that is by using something called hex codes. A hex code uses a formula to note how much red, blue, and green is in a certain color. And we have a really easy way of finding these codes. We will use a color picker that will allow us to find a color we like, and it will generate the corresponding hex color code for us. We can then use this code in our color command to have Tracy draw with the chosen color. An important note is that we need to include the hash or pound symbol along with the numbers and letters in the code, and this whole code needs to be inside quotation marks, just like our color names need to be. In this lesson, we learned how to assign and use variables.